Hey guys, Scott here again. Thanks for having me in my newsfeed. And this is Frank, Motivational Frank, that he's my coach that works for Winning International.
How are we, guys?
He's an absolute legend because I've been able to call him about, personal things, business things, and sometimes just come indoor rock wall climbing with me, which is...
Indoor rock climbing, love it.
I think that's pretty special. So the title of this, I'm overwhelmed and out of time. I want to get Motivational Frank's thoughts on this because it's a thing that comes up. I know when I talk to people, and even thoughts I've had myself about, I've got so many tools going on that I don't know where to start, or I'm overwhelmed, or I've got too many books to read. And so when it comes to getting the business working, that you want to share your gifts with the world, but we can't because, the mindset, we can't because there's too many tools and too many steps. I don't even know which one to start with. Or sometimes we don't even say, I don't know where to start. Sometimes we just say, I've got too much, and I'm actually just now sort of worried that it's just kind of all a big mess. Where do you start with people? Let's say, take someone from the worst state. What's the first thing you say? What's the first advice?
Well, there's a couple of different reasons why people get overwhelmed. One of the main reasons, firstly, is because they don't know what they want, or they don't know what they're aiming for. But they also sometimes generally know exactly what they need to do, but they just don't. They just put it down like this: I need to do this. And it's one big block of shit to do and sort out.
Yeah.
And they're just looking at it, and they get overwhelmed because there's just so much to do and they have no structure around it. They actually don't know how to really organize that into a structure that also fits for them, but is also balanced throughout their week. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can think of it. Another reason why you may get overwhelmed is because you just don't understand what it is that you need to do or the structure that you have for it. A couple of the things that I run in with a lot of clients is they get overwhelmed because they're just confused. They don't know, and that's all it is. And they get around oh, this is confusing. Oh, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. But it's really just a case of they just have never tried it before. They've never achieved it, or they've never attempted it. And then they get overwhelmed from that because it's something that they just don't know. They don't know how to achieve. So the first step is understand why you're doing what you're doing. Secondly, to really get down into the nitty gritty of it, you are going to be overwhelmed with anything that you're not sure how to do at the very start. And the way that you get past that is by taking small little steps, structured steps into that, but also at the same time as figuring out and balancing with what you do throughout your life and really taking it from there.
So obviously, you stick to your first step first. You just basically, you almost just stop doing the overwhelm.
100%. People get overwhelmed because they try to do 10, 20 things at the same time.
Yeah. So basically, with my friend Motivational Frank, who's also my coach.
Matt Campbell, Kevin, how are we?
They're awesome people. The thing about also, with you is that how many people are you coaching personally right now?
It's about 60, 70.
Yeah. So 60, 70 people that are building their business to six figures.
Yeah.
You say the majority of them are doing over the 2K per week?
Yeah.
All right, so 60, 70 people already doing over 2K per week or over the six figures. That's the kind of stuff, when you listen to someone who's doing that, and they say, this is the first thing to do, I tend to kind of listen, but I also kind of to dig deeper and go, is that kind of, that kind of energy you give in the question when you go, is that your best answer, or can we go even deeper? So let's go even deeper. So let's say someone says to you, I've heard all the common advice, can you give me something new? What would you say to someone who says that?
Give me something new. I would say firstly, because are you saying if I said take it one step at a time, I've heard that, but give me something new? Yeah,
so you'd say that's something that sometimes people would say back?
Yeah, sometimes, but really when I'm into that kind of conversation, it's it is one step at a time, but at the same time, it's just taking that first step. Sometimes they just don't want to take that first step, so the thing new that they need to do is actually fucking do it.
Yeah, so basically, them doing the steps is new, or it's almost like saying, what did you do with the old steps I gave you?
Exactly right. So you really assess of what you've done, and you assess what you've done. It's okay, this didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. But tell me something new. It's all right, figure out the problem that you haven't figured out yet.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously something there, and you might have done a bit of a structure beforehand, but how about we take that structure, we alter it, and we change this and this and that. What happened back then, what can we implement now? That's the new thing. It's you keeping on going, firstly, but secondly, figuring out what works best for you. Because what works good for me doesn't mean it's going to work good for Scotty.
Yeah.
What works good for you doesn't mean it's going to work good for me. It's finding that balance that works perfect in your schedule, in your structure, in your life, and what you want to do, making sure that you're scheduling time with buffer areas for like a certain amount of different things that you want to do.
Yeah. Like my big three, like if you're going like if out of time, out of energy, or out of overwhelmed, is basically realize it's a tantrum, ask for help from someone who solved it before. So that's two. The next one is then after that call, do one thing at a time. If I was to add a fourth, like take some self-care time, because it's never about the problem. It's never ever 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 about the problem. It's always about the overwhelm. Like what would you say? Like what's just like to finish this off? What's your top 3 steps? Out of time, overwhelmed.
My top 3 steps is firstly, if you're overwhelmed and you feel like you're out of time, my first step is to firstly just sit there and assess what's going on. Assess the situation. So stop, breathe, okay, what's going on? Lay it all out and figure it out. Okay, I got this, okay. Second step for me would be, what is a priority? Wow, what needs to happen now? Like if you're trying to get the stuff done throughout the week, what is a priority? What is the number 1 priority? Also, I would break it down into things to be like, what can be done in 2 minutes? What can be done in 3 minutes?
Matt's watching.
Matthew Church. I got this from Churchy. I got this from you, Churchy. Prioritizing everything, but also breaking it down to what can be done in 1 minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes, like really getting those out of the way. But at the end of the day, it's really taking those first initial steps, taking it slowly, really asking for help, assessing everything as you go, and looking at what you've done and didn't work, and then implementing what, taking out what didn't work back there, and putting in new structure, new systems as you keep going, because you're always upgrading. You're always getting better. There's never perfect. You're just figuring out your own way as you keep going.
Yeah, cool. This is Motivational Frank. He's my coach. I hope you guys have got something out of this. But like we're here tonight because like basically with Ryan from Reading International, he's having a bit of a party tonight for his first 100,000 Facebook likes.
175 Sturt Street if you're in Melbourne.
Come along.
Come down.
Thanks guys. I'll talk to you soon.